Okay, so I started this out really bad. So I skipped it ahead a little bit, and it was way too big anyway. So the kind of the main thing I'm doing the whole time. See that row third down from the top? Well, I screwed it up, but you want to try to look for a row that has three of one color and two of another, and then you're gonna try to get one more of the color that you only have two of. So to do that, you're gonna look down three rows below that line. So like right now, I'm just kind of clicking lines that, like there, okay, there we have two green. So then I count down three, and now I want to try to move that one up there. However, when I looked up there, I realized I couldn't do it. There was no way I could make a row of, column of three. So I broke it up and moved stuff around. See, now I got a row with three and three. So I'm going to move it just like this, just like that, and then I got to try to get a blue now below that one, and and I'll have a donkey. So I got lucky there with a weird little move, and now because I noticed I can get two green here, there, that's a Vegas. So I mean, those are huge. Those give you a ton of time. So even though I ended up with an excellent there, but um, so again, see, now I have that row. I'm looking for another triangle three down from that row, or hexagon, whatever. There I go. So now I'm going to try to make at least a donkey, and if I'm lucky, I'll make a Vegas. See, I just screwed up a little there because I broke the one piece. So there I go. I got a donkey there. See, now that column there, or that row there, I need one more green one. So I'm looking for three, and I can't do it. Can't do it right now, so I'm just going to move along. See there, now I have another row with three and two. So I need one more triangle. So I just needed to break three and grab one that was three below. So now I just need one more hexagon there, and see right below I got it there. Well, actually I don't, not yet, but I need to get it up one more row. So I need to move some things around. So again, there, I found a way to move that up. So that'll give me the sea donkey. I tried to click this jellyfish, but it died, or the board ended. So again, see, now I have a row with three and two, three and two. That's what I'm always looking for the whole time. And then you just get the one you're missing, and then you make, any above that row of three and three that you can to make part of the Sea Donkey or Vegas, go ahead, but then the rest you got to break below, so you kind of got to move them up. There we go. Now I realize that towards the top I have a three and two row, the third one down. I don't remember if I see it or not at some point. That's why you kind of got to be trying to watch multiple areas of the board. And in the meantime, like when I'm trying to just shuffle things around, I mean, I'm not just doing random moves. I mean, I'm kind of doing, calculated moves that are at least reasonable. Anytime there's a bingo, I'll grab that. Anytime I can get like a 3x3 or whatever, just to, those aren't going to buy you a ton of time, but they're definitely not going to kill the pump either. So here again, I got three and two. I got three of the dark. I just broke it. I don't know. Okay, there we go. So I need one more of the dark, and I got it there. So there, you got to be careful because you don't want to accidentally break it. So when you're moving them around, like here, if I just moved that, I would have broke it. So I need to be careful. See, I was able to do it there because I had an extra one next to it. And then here we go, another three and two row. I need one more blue, dark blue piece. So what I need to do is get three row. I'll go, look three down, and right now there isn't a blue one, so that's why I want to get one there. So I'm looking down here, how can I move one up? And I just screwed it up because I found this one here, so I like this one instead because I think I can get a Vegas here. Or at least, yep, a Vegas, yep. One thing you want to try to avoid doing if possible is not get, like right here, this is a little bit lower than where I'm comfortable doing it, just because you don't want to get to the point where you're counting on the very first row, like under those crabs, to have the piece you need, because it's just not reliable, because you're gonna have to basically the parts you have to work with are much less. You have about 3 or 4 rows of pieces to work with, whereas if you're up 5 more rows, you have double the amount of pieces to try to move stuff up. So you want to give yourself the best chance. And same thing with the top. The problem with the top is, you can do a sea donkey from the very top row. Do a 3 by 3 by 3 by 3, and the only problem is, there's no way to get a Vegas if you do that. You're only going to be limited to a sea donkey. But if you look up and you think and you have all the pieces, then go for it. But what you don't want to do is spend a lot of time trying to build it. For the most part, if I see a row that has, even if I see a row that has 3 of one color across, I'll try to keep that intact. Like, I'll try to make breaks around that one, but without disturbing it. Just because, I know if I do a little bit more work around it, I might have that 3-2 or whatever. See, like here, I have those 3 dark blue squares. Well, I'm going to try to work around that and see if I can get some stuff to fall just right. Honestly, I'm sure there's people who have this all like mathematically figured out in terms of what they're, in terms of how many moves ahead they do it. But I can't do that. It's more just the shapes and stuff, or the arrangements. You just get used to seeing things. One thing that definitely takes a lot of skill is moving these around so that you don't like screw yourself up, because if you're moving too quickly, or if you're not real careful, then you can make, like, say if I kind of goofed up, I broke all those white colored ones, but then thankfully there were a bunch below, so I was able to grab those. You see, I just happen to have one ready to go here. 3 by 3 and by 3 by 3 in the middle. That's all you need to get the donkey. It can be, that's the 3 by 3 across. That's given. You're gonna have 3 and 3. But the 3 that are down, up or down from the middle, can, like I said, can be up or down. So depends on what's available. If you already have one on the top, like right there, I didn't really need to take the time. I could have tried to build a Vegas, or I could have built a Vegas, but there's no point. The return you get on the donkey is pretty darn good. So if you can break it quickly, especially here where I just had an excellent, so I wanted to get it going. There's times if you have a really huge break going, you can maybe take a little more time and try to build something bigger, but chances are, if you get a donkey or a Vegas, the minute you get a donkey or a Vegas, you're just going to break it, because it's a good break, a lot of points, and buys you a lot of time. I know you said something about